What is up, guys? Logan here again. I just wanted to say it's been a crazy week in the Discord. You guys are awesome. I really am excited to talk about Netflix today. The plays, I still have to tally up my wins and losses for the week, and then I'll get that number to you guys too. I've just been a little lazy with it. I just want to talk about Chadwick Boseman real quick. He was the person who played Black Panther. He was also in a movie called Marshall that I really liked. And when I watched 42, the Jackie Robinson movie, that was probably one of the first movies that impacted me, like on a really deeper level, because I was younger at the time. So that was back when I would just watch movies just to watch them. And after I watched that one, I was like super inspired. So Chadwick, I just want to say thank you for your movies, your roles, and just doing all that while you were sick is crazy. So I really want to just say thanks for that. And I do want to get into this video, but I feel like it was really necessary for me to say that, especially with, the level that guy impacted me. I remember when I saw Black Panther, it was one of the movies that back in 2018 where I really was getting beaten down, just in life in general. But I was reading the Elon book and just got really inspired. And then I watched Black Panther, got really inspired. So it was one of the movies that picked me up kind of out of this position I was in where, I was trying to figure everything out a little more. I just want to say that. So let's get into this video. Don't forget the links in the description. We got the Discord, the Robinhood links, the Webull links, free money if you sign up for them and add some funds to your Webull account. Helps out the channel. It's one of the best ways you can. I also have the Patreon link below, and then the Great Lakes Wellness code if you want some CBD from my CBD company. I got a discount down there for you guys too. So let's get right into this one. So before I hop into Netflix, I just want to go over the play that I'm in that I just grabbed Friday. This is a Lowe's call. It's a 167.50 call. Lowe's is 165.77. I got it for the future date. So I got a couple of weeks on it. It's for like the middle of September. I'm down 8%. So I really like Lowe's. I think Home Builders is strong. I like Nail, Home Depot. I think all of those stocks are strong. So I picked this up. I'm down 8%. My stop loss is 20% with it. So if I hit it, it's not a big deal. I'll hop out, move the funds elsewhere. And then I'm also looking at like a 20% return on this investment. So it'd be a nice way to start off next week. I have time to let it ride. So even if they don't perform well this coming week and they still consolidate, then I have another week. So I'm not too worried about it. The deltas, look how good the deltas look. The delta's 42, the theta is 12. So it's only gonna be a 50-cent difference coming through the weekend. The implied volatility was really consistent around 27.71%. So I'm really happy with it. It got all the way down to 221 and then up to 360. I like all of this. I like how all of this looks. But my average cost is $296. It closed at $270. So I'm really excited to see how this plays out. So let's hop into our Netflix play. We picked up Netflix right here, August 25th. It was $488 when we bought it, and it climbed to $547 the next day on my contract. Now, I didn't hold it all the way because I'm really antsy when it comes to securing profits because I've been burned before when I've had over $1,000 return. But on this play, so I bought Netflix right here for $1,000, for like $1,045, right? At $135, so I let it ride. But as you can see right here then, I was able to sell this the next morning within 15 minutes. It had risen about $1,300 and I made $1,315 off this play. And I would say in 15 minutes, even though I picked it up the day before, the price didn't move until the morning. So if you would have hopped in, you would only have been behind by like 80 bucks, 100 bucks from where I was. And this contract proceeded to rise. By at the end of the day, this contract was worth $5,000. And the reason I secured my profits, it started to pull back a little bit. I was up already $1,300. Then it dropped to 12 and then came back to 13. So I said, you know what, just in case. This stock I watched it run $15 since the time I purchased it, or even $18, something like that. And I was like, this is crazy. Is this sustainable? So what I should have done was let my profits ride. And I just want to give a shout out to Evan Post in the Discord. We were live streaming on Tuesday and he said, yo, pick this up into Wednesday. Go look at the chart. And I looked at the chart and I was like, this is set up really well to break out. I honestly only expected like a $10 breakout, and Netflix ran. That ran. I used my Thinkorswim chart, so you guys should do that. I used my daily VWAP. That's why I made the entry. It tested the lower VWAP band. So I was like, okay, this is sort of risky. There's one green candle, so I went in on the green candle on Netflix at 1:30 on Tuesday, which if I can find the chart, let me pull that up for you on Robinhood too. But yeah, at the end of this day, the 490 call, because Netflix got up to, you know, like I said, 540 by the end of the day, and that's how the in the money stuff works. So I grew another $30, which would have been another $3,000 per contract, but I sold early, not upset. I re-entered later in the day at 106 at 1835 and flipped that to 116 10 minutes later for another, what is that, $110? Yeah, $110. So I flipped that there, was really happy with flipping that for an extra 110. Because I just kind of felt like I was missing out. Like I was like, okay, damn, it's continuing to rise. I feel like I messed up here, you know? But I'm super happy securing profit. So on that day alone, we brought in $1,425 off Netflix. I was super happy. I added the totals up. I was up $1,708 on the day, but then took a $700 loss, or 600 or 700, I can't remember, one of those two, on CRM when I did the math on Wednesday, which set me back to about $1,100 or $1,000 on the day, which is fine. I was shooting for $2,000 that day and just got over my head. Thought I could only win. It went the other way. So if we look here, here's Netflix in the past week. This is where I picked it up, like I said, down at 130, right? So I waited for that green candle. This was it testing the lower VWAP band on the day, so I grabbed it. It grew a little bit, but only like $1. And then boom, the next day it opened. I was pumped. And see how it says I was up $3? So you could have bought it for like $4.92 in the morning. And this is just where Robinhood like takes into how much it was. But within a matter of 10 minutes, it was already up $10 more. And then that's where I ended up selling. It was $9.45. Then I watched it grow. And even if I would have held it an extra hour, that would have been an extra 1,000. An extra 2 hours would have been another 1,000 on top of that. And this guy rode all the way up to at 110, it was 547. And I was just sitting there like, wow, I cannot believe that ran that much. And Netflix ran, I mean, if you look at it a month ago, but I honestly thought we'd only see it run to 510, just like recent. I was like, okay, that's a resistance point. But if we look 3 months ago, you see, because I see the resistance, right? But if we look, this was back closer to earnings and it had another run like that, close to the same spot, and everyone just wanted to get in. It was such a crazy experience for me, just holding it. Everyone in the Discord was pumped, but they were on my watch list this week, as you guys saw in the Discord. So just to take the opportunity, you know, because when it's flat all day and just been consolidating for what, a week, if not longer, just in this range, and I was like, all right, we'll hop in. You know, if we hit our stop loss, we hit our stop loss on 1,000. I'd lose $200, and it ended up going the other way. We made 1,400 on it. And then it calmed down, which I expected. So I'm glad I got in and out and did not continue to hold or grab a new position, you know, hold the new position I grabbed where I made a quick 100. That was fun, and it was really fun to watch Netflix kind of move. So I'm excited for that, you know, that was one of our good gains for the week. I just wanted to talk about that really quickly, and if the charts lined up perfectly, so I really want to shout out Evan again. Made the entry, and that thing just blew up. So I was really happy with that, you know, and in investing, a lot of people ask me, Logan, how do you know? You haven't lost a call out in a minute? It's like, okay, I lose money, but I only make call outs that I feel like are less risky, and I don't even know. Like, I do not. Nobody knows, but we use the tools that we have to set ourselves up for the best possible position, you know? Like, you look at VWAPs, you look at moving averages, stuff like that, you know, like the volume and stuff being traded so that you don't get caught chasing. And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. But yeah, Netflix, man, I was super excited. They made that big run up, and I'm curious to see what Netflix does from here on out. But I'll have my watch list out tomorrow for the stocks I really like. I got a little bit of work to do, but today I'm just gonna take it slow, hang out with family. But yeah, I just wanna share that with you guys, show you guys kind of my method on how I got into Netflix. And I was live when I told you guys I entered it on YouTube. Some of you guys did, so it really means a lot. I mean, the donations this week, everything has just helped me so much You guys have just been an amazing community. Thing I wanted to touch on briefly was SPY. SPY is up 9% this last month with only one day that we saw a decent pullback. And I remember that because I was playing SPY that day, swung it into the next day and made it all back. That is normally what the S&P 500 does in a year, is 8 to 10%, and it did it in a month. And it's really because of this pullback, because even if you look at the charts, if we didn't have a pullback, we're pretty much looking at like where we would be if we continued on that trend. So it's crazy how much the market's recovered and how important it is that if you bought at the bottom or even a couple weeks ago and now SPY's in the 350s range, I mean, you're really kicking it. And I think SPY is going to continue to be strong through the rest of the year. If you look at how strong the market is, I think we seriously could see by the end of the year SPY at 380 by the time we get to December. And that's just my personal opinion, but with how everything's looked over the last 5 years, it's just been absolutely crazy to see just how the market's moved and just, you know, that big coronavirus pullback, but we are back on track. So it's just really crazy to see, and we didn't really play SPY this week. I mean, I made a quick 10 bucks off of it playing it on Friday just for fun because SPY was being shaky. I just really think it's important for you guys to manage your risk and continue to do that. Continue to learn ways to manage your risk because, you know, stop losses are important. And it's important to let the winners ride. You know, I could have pulled my Netflix profits at 200. I could have pulled it at 4, at 6. And I really waited until, you know, I was like, okay, I have 120% return right now. This is like profit taking zone to the max for me. So that's why I took those profits. And sometimes I hop in and out of quick day trades and stuff. But it's important because I could have, if I would have just was like, yep, CRM's gonna come back, you know, I wouldn't have taken a $600 hit. I would have taken probably a $1,200 hit, and all my gains for the day, or most of them, would have been erased. So really important. If you can cut your losses and let your winners run, you know, a 10%, 20% loss and a 100% gain is a lot better than, okay, I got a 100% gain, but now I'm down 40%, now I'm down 60. Oh no, it needs to come back, and it just goes down. So I just wanted to, you know, let you guys know that. And don't chase stocks if you can, and just let plays develop, be patient. Don't put your money in a place where, you know, you aren't confident in it. Just put it somewhere that, you know, you can see plays developing, and if you ever hit your stop loss, just know you're gonna make that back. So there's always good places to put it. And worst comes to worst, you can always just put it in SPY. And you know, 9% a month on SPY is kind of ridiculous, and those premiums are cheap, so that's pretty crazy. But that's gonna be it for me today. I really hope you guys have a great day. Please take your weekend, you know, slow, take it steady, and I'll be back Monday. Make sure you tune into the live stream. And then let me know if you guys want a Logan Ladd shirt. I have one left, and I'll just, you know, just hit me up. I think it's a medium or large. I'll check it out. But you guys are amazing. 1,000 subscribers. I cannot even put it into words. But that's gonna be it for me today. So have a great weekend. I will see you guys in the next one. Come hang out in the live stream.